Gotta turn the camera on. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my channel, JB's Crochet. I'm Amber. Y'all check these cute little skeins out. These little row one yarns. They're so cute. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna make with these. I think I'm gonna add them to my minis up here. I don't know yet though. Wool yarn. Bring it back where it was. Okay. Oh, I gotta bring up my chat. I can't see my chat. I haven't brought it up yet. There it is. Good morning, Arlena and Grammy Rita and Lana Nana and Busy. Anybody else I'm missing? Lisa H. Melissa D. Long time no see. Melissa G. about gave me a heart attack this morning. I was like, oh. Thought my package didn't arrive. It's like, whew. Glad it did. Melissa G is in the house. That is, I did not stir this up. Oops. Wonder if I carefully give it a shake because it's coming out the top now. I forgot to stir it up after I poured everything in. Good morning, Margaret. Okay, so today is our Granny Square Stitches card deck day. Yay! All right. I should have done this sooner, but I was just sitting upstairs chilling and not really getting myself ready. Let's see. I still haven't looked into all these cards to see if I can do them all, but I figured the first one I can do. It's a single crochet row, so we'll do that one today. I mean, it's a pretty easy one to... Gosh, this thing is like... There's no getting it back into the shape it came in. One day, y'all. One day, maybe, I will actually save up my pennies and be able to buy myself the equipment to do all this. Although this is a really good piece to have. It's just, I mean, it holds things well. It's just a bit of a pain to get, you know, going. Make some room. Let's see. We'll go with the 6mm. How's that? Good morning, Marianne. I see you got your shelves started. So you're going to finish that today, probably. I'm assuming. I mean, the first couple are really easy. Half double crochets, double crochets, half double in between, linen stitch, paired single. Like, the first 4 or 5 are really easy. Should we skip past the easy ones, or should we do the easy ones, or wait to do the easy ones at the end? What do y'all think? Houndstooth. I mean, then you got the granny stitch and the stripe. Then you got the modern granny and the stripe. Like, basically the first 9 so far I could do without any worries. The V stitch, I could do that one. Baby blocks, that's cute. Blocks and V's. Yeah, so far there's nothing I can't show you. The granny diamond. Block checks. is itching. I hope you're feeling better, Marianne. Let me stay off the floor. Lozenges, that's from the books too. I mean, there's really not anything in here that I can see that's hers necessarily. I mean, there might be some, but I just don't know which ones. I know, I love their setups. You know, it's funny because your guys' setups, seeing their pictures, inspires me. Because I look and I nitpick in a way where I'm like, ooh, how do they have things out, laid out? Because maybe it'll spark an idea or something for me. I don't know why my arms do this, but they get really itchy, and then I get these. I don't know if you can see them. I get these they look like bug bites on me. Anyway, how shall we go about this? I know I said I was going to do random. I just don't know if I want to skip the first. I mean, really, I don't know. There's not a whole lot of stitch patterns in here. I don't think I won't be able to show. I just don't know which ones are hers and which ones aren't. Or just start from the beginning and go straight through. I mean, that's the easiest thing to do. Why don't we just do that? Well, yeah, that's what I mean, Marianne. I mean, the partially loaded part. You're going to finish loading it. No floor sitting. Yeah. Good morning, Sharon. Oh. Good morning, Arrow Lover. Excuse me. All right, we're just going to go. Apparently this, I haven't been into this since I restarted my phone. Or factory reset. Hello. I'm just going to start with the first one. How's that? I don't know if I want to show it like this, though. Come on. I have you connected. You're right here. You're on the same one. Really? This camera is being a silly thing. I did select it. It's selected. It's saying it's not selected. It's selected. Why are you not working? Good morning. You have snow. Ooh. Maybe if I go out and come back in, I don't know. Close, 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 close. Come on. It's right there. It's like it's already like checked on my device on here. It's the getting back up part, yeah. Yep, I'm starting to feel that too. Really? Pixel 10? Oh, it was on the wrong one. Okay. That's why it wasn't working. Okay. We're good now. Okay. Do not end stream. We're gonna chat. Do them in order. That's what I'm thinking, Marianne. I'm thinking the same. Why not? I don't want to mirror my camera. I'm not gonna pick that. Add camera. Okay. There we go. Should we go like that, you think? Or should we do this? Oh, I need to, hold on, I need to orientate my phone. Hold on. There we go. I had to turn my phone the right way. All right. There we go. I mean, this one's pretty easy. It's literally just row upon row upon row upon row upon row of single crochets. Yeah, basically all our snow's gone too. All right. So, I mean, this one, instead of showing it, I'm just going to walk you through it. I'm going to show it like that. And yeah. So, we want to do 6-inch squares, okay? So what we're going to do, you know what? I have yarn on my desk already. We're just going to go with these two colors. They're already on my desk, purple and pink. Let's see if they show up. These should show up fairly well. And if I have to move the card out of the way, I can. Okay, so this is how I do I was about to say stitch marker. A slip stitch. So here's my working, or my tail. And then this is the working yarn over here. I wrap it around my fingers like this, like I'm going to do a magic ring, y'all. Just like a magic ring. The only difference is I put my hook under the first loop, grab the second loop that I wrapped around the back there. Instead of stopping right here and starting my magic ring, I just whoop, I pull that knot tight, and that becomes my slip knot. And that's why the magic ring and the slip knots, or the magic ring, isn't a big deal for me, because it's literally the same steps as my slip stitch all these years. So, all right, so we are just going to do, I'm going to start with 16, which is what they did. But we're going to measure and see. There we go, the glare's over there. I'll move it out of the glare. I am going to chain the 16 and see how big it is. And then I'm going to adjust from there if I need to make sure we get the 6 inches. We are going to have a border on it, so we want to account for that. So I'm going to start with 16. All right, so the way I do this to chain is I have my hook in there. I've brought my slip knot up to where my hook can pass through the loop. Let's see if I can show this. It passes through that loop with just enough room for the hook head. It's hard to do this. So there's just enough room for the hook to pass through. And then I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to hold on. I usually hold on to the tail here like this with my fingers, and then I have the working yarn in my 2 fingers up here, my index and middle finger. I yarn over and I just wrap it around the hook like that and pull it through the loop. That way it doesn't escape me. And I like almost automatically turn the hook straight back up so I'm not losing my loops. And that's just how I do it. So I'm going to do that 15 more times. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. All right, let's measure this. Because it says any number of stitches. So because we're only doing single crochets. Gotta find a measuring tape. Here we go. Again, I'm hearing I need more cotton. That's all I'm hearing, Marianne. All right, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to measure. So from the knot to my hook is about 4 inches. And if I stretch it out a little bit, I don't like to stretch it out too much because that doesn't really give me a good indication. We're roughly 4.5 inches, and we got to go a whole nother 1.5 inches. So I'm going to say my border is going to be at least another inch. I'm going to put, let's see, how many per inch do I have? I have around 4 stitches. I'm going to add 2 more. I'm going to go up to 18. I'm going to add 18. Actually, I think I'm going to go up to 19. 3 more, and then that way when I go into the second chain, I have 18. I don't know, 17 just sounds weird in my head to have 17 stitches across, so we're going to go with 18 stitches. So I have 19 chains here. And then this is how I do it. You'll notice that there's V's. You see all the V's, right? If you roll it over, you've got like this dashed look. It's like a dash. It's like dashes, dash, 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 all of this. Those are the back bumps that I like to go into. And you'll hear a lot of people say the back bumps. Those are the back bumps. So you got your V's on the front. The back bumps kind of naturally sit on top as you're chaining. As you, like when I'm holding my hook and I'm chaining, my back bumps naturally sit on top. So it just works naturally to go into them for me. So I'm going to go into the, so there's, all right, there's 1 here and then there's 2. So 1, we don't go into that first one. We go into the second one. We insert our hook under that bump. We yarn over, pull up that loop. This is really hard to do. This is why I don't do tutorials. They're so hard to keep your hands in the right place comfortably. And then you yarn over and go through those 2 loops. And then we're just going to keep doing that all the way across. This is why I think I'm going to show this first row, and then I'm going to take the camera off, because then I can just sit here and work on the rest of it, because it's just hard. I don't know. I don't want to do this the whole time where I'm in tutorial mode. You know, I just want to hang out, relax, and chat with you guys about anything and everything, and you know, work on this at the same time. So I think that's what we'll do, is I will get you through the first row, you know, and well, at least the ones that have 1 row repeats. Anything that has like a 2 row repeat, I'll get through that. I'll get through the first repeat of all the cards and then send you on your merry little way. So I'm just going to keep going across. Just a second. Okay, so I'm just going to keep working. This is a single crochet that I was doing, by the way. So I'm going to just keep working the single crochets where I insert my hook into that bump, draw up my loop, yarn over, go through 2. That's a single crochet. So I'm just going to keep working my way across. I'm doing scraps, Melissa. Just pull out your scraps. Use up those scraps. Save all the new stuff for other projects, other bigger projects, new projects. Like not scrappy. I don't know what I'm trying to say. All right, so I'm coming up on that last bump here, which is right here. I'm going to single crochet into that. Now, traditionally, people chain one and move up to the next row. I have started where you don't necessarily need, with single crochets, you don't need to chain the one if you don't want to. See, they have this, so if you look on here, all those oval O shapes, those are chains. So you see how when you skip the first one and go into the second one, you leave that chain one to go up to the next row, which for that first foundation row is not a big deal. But then you see these ovals on the side, those are chain ones to go up to the next row. And all these plus signs, those are single crochets. So if you see plus signs, those are single crochets. If you see these ovals or circles, sometimes they're just circles. I think, let me double check actually before I commit to that. I don't have anything close that I can find that has a chart in it. This might have a chart in it. Yeah, so chains are indicated by ovals. So ovals are chains. I just want to make sure they're not circles. So you got ovals for chains and plus signs for single crochets. You're a dizzy frizzy. No. Hello, Jay. All right, so I'm going to put this back down right here where you can see it. So basically that's it. That is this card here. It is just row after row of single crochets until you get to the size you want. Now, this is changing colors every 2 rows. Okay, so I'm going to do one more row and then I'm going to change colors and show you how to change colors for those that may not know. Yep. So yeah, the little book the little book does have a glossary of, it's got your US terms here to UK terms. And then it also has your symbols. So yeah, you do have these to help. Okay, now this is what I used last time with the granny squares to get my colors. I basically took this and, all right, I saw they had a mid blue. Well, I found a blue that was a darker version, or they have orange. So I made sure to find a dark orange. And then bright red, I would find a darker red. Like I just went with the darker versions of what they had listed there. That's it. So anyway, I'm going to do one more row. Oh, you know what? Let's measure this and see how big we are. I forgot to do that. Okay, so before our border, I'm going to try and straighten this out. It's wanting to curl a little bit. So I have it at the 0 over here. And it goes to about 5.5 inches. So I might go over a little bit. I could frog it out and take that one extra stitch out that I put in instead. So I put 2 extra stitches in from what they do in here to get mine closer to 6 because I was still 1.5 inches away. So I could frog it out and make it closer, but it's close. It'll be close enough in my mind that it's gonna be fine. There are written instructions, but you have to buy them separately, which I did. So the box is like $20, and then the written instructions for the entire box is like another 10. The book that comes with the box only has like 2 written instructions in it, just to get you confident in doing the other 48 on your own. So I am working from, where'd the booklet go? I just had it. Oh, right here. I'm working from this box. The Claire Montgomery, the Granny Square Stitches card deck. So like I was telling them earlier, I'm not going to do row by row by row the entire square. I'm just going to get us through the first repeat. And then I'm going to go back to my normal And this is just a single crochet square, so nothing too fancy to it. Weeds on the beach. There you go. So you could chain one to go to the next row, but I'm just going to turn and literally just go straight in to the first stitch here with a single crochet. And that's what it does without the chain one. So when you come back across, you just got to look for that V on the edge. Sometimes the V on the edge without the chain, it likes to tilt a little bit, but I've come to know that and expect it and know what it looks like. So if you're not comfortable with not chaining one, chain one and then do your first stitch. Or do it this way and put a stitch marker in that first stitch so you know where it's at. So it's literally just single crochets all the way across. So we should have, what did I say, 18? So there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Okay, so there's my 2 rows. Now we're going to change colors. So I need to actually pull out this loop from these 2 right here. So I just stick my hook back in right there. And so I stop my single crochet before I finish it. And then I'm going to bring in my new color. I like to do a slip knot before I move on. So I slip it on. I leave that long loop like that. I pull it through. I pull the slip or the single crochet from below tight, and then I pull this tight, the slip knot there. And then I'm going to take my scissors without knocking the camera. I'm going to cut a tail that's long enough for sewing, as we all hear all the time. And then I'm going to tie these 2 tails together. And I like to do it this way, where I go over once, go over twice, so it's wrapped twice. I try to keep it where it, there we go. That's on, it stays on its side. And I pull it kind of tight, and then I take the one on the right, go back over the left. And sometimes I'll do just one wrap like this. Sometimes I will wrap it again, and I'll do 2 double wraps on top of each other. Y'all, I am like, and then I take this one and really tighten it down. So I get a nice tight knot right there. And it's kind of hiding on the back side here. So when I go around to do the border, I should go over that, maybe. We'll see. And then I just turn. I actually need to heighten my stitch up a little bit because it got a little tight. I'm going to go into the first stitch and do my single crochet. And that is how I change colors at the end of a row. You don't finish the stitch and you just chain, you pull the yarn through on the last. You know what? Instead of cutting this, next time I'm going to, okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I should have left that attached because I could have ran it up the side and covered it. I could have carried it with me. But that's how you could change and have tails. So the next time I change to the purple, I'll show you how to carry it up. So that way you know how to do that. Good morning, Monique. Yes, the written instructions are on Kindle only. Yes, ma'am. Yep. All right, let me do 2 more rows of the pink, and I will show you how these little bands inside them make it hard to pull. So I'm just going to do another 2 rows of single crochets and then change colors without cutting again. Save myself some tails. I don't think of things ahead sometimes, y'all. Sometimes I go, oopsies. Or as one of the guys that my kids watch would say, oopsies poopsies. A grown man that acts like a kid. It's hilarious to watch, and I get sucked in myself. Okay, so you saw I just found that last stitch. See how it's kind of the chain on the top is kind of tilted over. If you just kind of turn it, you see the V right there, and you can get your stitch. And by counting, that helps too, because then you know, okay, I need to have 18 stitches across here, so you know you've got to have one on the end there. All right, so I'm going to turn, go back into that first stitch without chaining, and just do my single crochets across again. So exciting. This is so exciting. I hope I'm not boring you guys with a stitch tutorial, basically. It was funny. I was just saying last night that I wish I had Michael's setup. Michael from MDL Crochet. He's got a spiffy little setup. Yes, I know he's gone to Walmart and gotten his little camera on clearance, but I'm like, still, it's a pretty neat, nifty little setup. All right, so see, there's that last stitch. It's that one that's coming out of the purple there. I just need to put my hook in there, pull up my loop. Don't finish the single crochet, the last one. And then we're going to do the same thing because I cut my last one. So, and this pattern works out well to change colors and carry up the side because it goes one and then back. So you're doing 2 rows and it brings it back to the same side. So you can carry the yarn up the side there. So I'm going to change my colors. This time though, I'm going to just leave the pink attached and just turn and continue. That's it. That's all I'm going to do. Do my first single crochet in that first stitch. Just keep everything tight down here. So this is my working yarn right here that I'll bring up with me to the next set of pink. Oopsie daisy. Yeah, I do oopsie daisies all the time. Little girls in pigtails. Oh, funny. So that's pretty much, I mean, I guess I need to show you how to carry it after I come back to the next row, huh? So had I not cut my yarn, I would have been able to show you how to carry the yarn and change the color all at the same time, but now I'm having to go further into the square to do so. You just ordered the box? I love it, Grammy Rita. I love it. Yeah, I'm still like, the way you read that out to Juan the other day was just, I love it. You know, we're not supposed to talk about anything outside of Zoom, but like that's all I want to, that's all I'm going to say. So if you want to know how Grammy Rita did it, you're going to have to come back to, you're going to have to go join Juan's membership official level and go into a Zoom, and hopefully she'll have something to share and you can hear what I'm talking about. Oopsie daisies. Yep, I say oopsies. Oopsie daisy all the time. I just, for some reason, that one guy's oopsie poopsie just came to mind for some reason. Because he's a boy, and I got boys, and yeah. I like these two colors together. Very Eastery. This is going to be a very scrappy blanket for sure, because I don't know that I'm going to have colors that meld well together like I did with the granny squares. So let's see, they have so it looks like they might do 2 rounds of single crochets for the border. So my squares might end up being bigger than 6 inches, and that's okay. So they do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stripes. All right, so here is where I would carry up the yarn. So I find the strand for the working pink here, and I just pull it up, go through those 2 loops, tighten down the purple, and you're gonna have this stripe of pink up the side. But if you do the border, you're gonna go over the top of it, so you're gonna hide it with the border. So that is carrying up the side. And you just kind of have to, you know, get a stitch or 2 down before you can really keep that purple nice and tight. So you just keep going just like that. Super easy. I mean, this square there's like nothing spectacular about this square. It's just striped. I mean, the only thing that made it more fun, I guess, is a little more fun is that they changed the colors, you know, because it's all single crochets. So instead of making it all one solid color, they striped it with 2 different colors, which helps get through the monotony of the just straight up single crochets through the whole thing. They are using the first color for the border. Yes. No. Sorry. No, they're using the second color. So if you look closely at the picture, the first color is this pink, and then it's like this like burgundy, and then it changes. And then when you get up here, you change back to the burgundy probably, and then do your border around twice. So that's what it looks like to me. So by doing the back bump of the initial foundation chain, you're able to find, like, you'll see V's. So on the bottom since we use the back bump of the foundation chain, you see these V's on the bottom. So when you go to do the border around the bottom here, you'll have a set of V's to go into, which will be nice. Whereas if you did like one of these loops right here instead, you wouldn't. Well, if you did one of the loops, you might still have V's because you still have 2 left. But, you know, that's what doing the back bump does. It gives you a nice row of V's to work into for borders and things. I know, Melissa, same here. I want to go to Hobby Lobby, but I don't need to. I want to, but I don't need to. There was something the other day I said, oh, it was about my shoes. I said I don't need new shoes, but I need shoes. And my kids were like, that doesn't make any sense. I said, well, I don't necessarily need new shoes. Like, I don't need them. I have shoes to wear, but I could use to replace the ones that I have. One of the pairs that I have. Like, it's getting worn out enough that it needs to be replaced. So, but they're still usable. So that's why I'm saying I don't need shoes, but I need shoes, if that makes any sense. Obviously it doesn't, because my kids were like, what? Where is the logic in there? So anyway, there's some logic. There's some Amber logic for you today. I think I'm going to finish this pink, and I'm going to undo my camera setup and go back to my normal setup now that we've done 2 sets of each color. Like I said, this one is a super duper easy card to do. Oh, I don't want to finish the color. I'm just going to do 1 and then just set it down. All right, I'm going to turn off this camera. Oopsies. Oopsie poopsie. Oopsie daisies. Turn off the camera. I'm back. All right. I'm going to turn this off. Put my camera down. My phone down, I mean. And there's square one for you. So I'm just going to keep working on this while we hang out. Right? You know, we could always, you know what would be fun? I don't know how you would do this though, but just like go for walks in Hobby Lobby. Just walk around the store and people would see like 4 or 5 times come around like, what are you doing? Oh, making laps in the store. Scoping it out. No. You wear cowboy boots. Yeah. It's I have some Hey Dudes that I bought probably a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago. But they're worn out in the sense that they're like, they have these like, it has like this fold over fluffy stuff around the ankles, and the inside and everything is just getting like, they're just getting slippery, you know, not slippery like slipping, like they're getting flattened to the point that I'm feeling, they're almost like, they almost feel like I'm putting on slippers anymore. If that makes sense. Which isn't a big deal, but good morning, Knickknacks Crochet. Good morning. But anyway, they just, I feel like I've worn them out to the point that they could be replaced. They have the necessity to be replaced. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, I feel like I'm buying slippers about once a year because I literally every day I throw my slippers on when I'm at home. Like these right now that I'm wearing. I bought them from Walmart. I snagged it on something the first day I had them on. And so now I have this. Y'all, this is made with, what is it, like that chenille yarn or whatever? Like, I wish I could figure out how to make these and like, there's stuff on the bottom of my shoes. Figure out how to put these hard, like these rubbery soles on the bottom. I mean, I'm not into starting to make shoes, but like, that is definitely machine knitted. And then it's adhered to these shoes. So I'm not going to start now. Walmart and the malls have walking clubs for physical therapy. I have just chosen to do mine at hobby stores. There you go. I used to go walking when my kids were younger. We used to go to the mall and like literally make laps around with all these older people. And we were like the only ones in there doing this with them. But we'd have we'd have strollers. A couple of us would have strollers. And we'd be pushing kids around in strollers, and the ones that could walk would be walking with us, and we just make laps around the stores or the hallway areas until, I don't know, we would walk around for about an hour or so maybe, and then we'd head home. About the time the stores would start opening is about the time we would head home, because they opened up early enough for us to show up and go for a walk for a while. I don't know. We just stopped doing that. And we haven't done that in a long time. And honestly, I don't want to go back to that mall. It feels like it has a lot of issues. And so I just don't want to deal with it. Knickknacks. I love that. So are you knickknacks crochet? Do you do all the things? Knit and crochet? Hello, Rebecca. Seriously, every time I do that, I hear Robin Williams from Mrs. Doubtfire. Hello. Oh, that's a great movie. Hello. Now I can't get it out of my head. Yay, you got some sleep. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you guys my progress from yesterday. I finished the crochet part of the wind spinner. I am currently waiting for Amazon to deliver my jewels, my gems. They're 2 inches, so they should be about this big. I got a pack of jewels because you can't get anything 1 or 2 off Amazon. You got to get like a million of them. So I think it came in a pack of like 10 or 30 or something. 2-inch teardrop shaped gems. Oh, hold on. I gotta squish it all back down so I can do the reveal the right way. Mostly crochet, some knitting. That's about how it is here. Yes, drop your link for those that, if you want to drop your link for your channel, it is type the word bees in the comment in the chat and it should drop your link. I saw a couple of the malls here have mile markers inside to help track your steps. Temperature blanket with granny squares. I have not. I am seriously like, I don't know if I want to. So here's my stack of blue pancakes, as I called them to my daughter. Ready? So I did mine differently than Rebecca. She did a different pattern, but I like the pattern she did. I watched it this morning and I went, ooh, I want to do that next. So I might be making more wind spinners. All right, ready? There is mine. Why is it so funky? Right here. Well, it's not any better, but you know. There you go. There's my wind spinner. I have not done the tails yet because I'm waiting to get my stuff to attach to them, and I might use the tails to attach my stuff. So mine, I used yellow for the center chain, and then I went to the blue that's on the outside, and I went to the same pink that I'm using here and this purple, and then I went back out to the blue with a kind of a crab stitch thing that I learned from Spring the Fiber Enthusiast, where you start to do like a single crochet, but then you wrap the yarn around and it causes like this like twisty look to it. I'm live every morning, Monday through Friday, life permitting, 7:30 a.m. Central. So I'm here every morning as long as, you know, we aren't doing a family thing or my husband's off or something. Yeah. I saw a really unique idea in, I think, Juan's Facebook group where someone took granny squares and did like, I didn't look at it too closely, but somehow or another did one for every day, or one, I think it was one for every day or week. I don't know. It had it in like a calendar. Like the blanket was like a big calendar, and it had like, she made letters to applique letters to sew on to each of the square. Like she had big squares, and it had like January, February, March, April, May, all the way down to December, and then it had like little squares within the big square for the month. And I don't remember how it was like broke down. Good morning. Thor's potty break. One for each month in the moss stitch. All 32 rounds. A round for each day plus white to add to the 32. Thank you. It is a fun community, yes. Very supportive. Very, very, very supportive. Sometimes I don't know what I did to deserve it. I should say a lot of times I'm like, what in the world did I do? I just show up every morning and act like a goof. You know? And then we have others that do, like Frizzy goes live at 11 a.m. Central. And then Margaret goes live as long as she's feeling well on the weekends. And then Kim from Fortunate Creations. I mean, there's a lot of people that go live. I could sit here for a while and name off everybody. Oh yeah, I was going to show you guys the next thing. Hold on. Let me finish this row. One more row, Mom. One more row. Let me change my color. Change my color. So I keep my color on the, like, they're sitting like this next to each other. And so if like the purple is on this side, I keep it, you know, on that side of the string. And so it may twist them a little bit. But that's fine. I keep them, and it keeps them untwisted. Oh, you know what I did? I grabbed the wrong color. Whoopsies. There we go. All right. Do that one. And then, okay, so I started my top, my Tunisian crochet top yesterday. So here, I don't know if you're going to see the color real well. It's a minty green. It's called Aqua. I don't know if you guys are going to see the color real well. But it's kind of a greenish color, greenish aqua color. But I made this big enough that it's a little longer than it's supposed to be. But I want it a little bigger. But I went 19 inches to go into my armpits. So this is going to be at the bottom anyway, so I want it to be a little flowier. So it's a little, if it's a little wider, that's fine. But I cannot get these to stay the right way. I'm going to flip it this way. So I made it 19 inches. It does stretch quite a bit, so it's going to have some room. I want it to be flowy, so I'm hoping that when I get to the top with the honeycomb, it'll kind of come in a little bit. So I did start on the top. So this is side one that I'm going to work on. You'll send pictures in Discord. What did you do? Rebecca. Oh, your moss stitch one. Okay. I think I've seen that one, maybe. I don't know. What's new? You added oh, that's right. I think I have seen it now that you say that, because I remember you talking about the motifs that you did for the, like, if something special or very significant happened in the month, you would add like an applique or motif or something from that reminded you of that said event, like the cicada invasion. Yep. And the eclipse that year, yep. I remember that. Good morning, Tank. I thought you were on here for some reason, so when I kept seeing your name, I'm just like, oh, hey, that's Tank. Good morning, though. My brain did not process that you were just showing up. So, all right, so it was 7 rows, right? 7 total rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, 7 times 2, 14 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm on the 7th one. So I need to determine if I may need to go another color change to make it more square, because I did go a couple of stitches wider. So I may need to do another 2 color changes, if that makes sense. Well, hopefully Frizzy will be feeling good by then. She was a little dizzy earlier, so hopefully she will. But health may be deterring her today, possibly. All right, so here's what I'm thinking. Because I added on a couple more, I'm still kind of rectangular. I feel like I need to go another pink and then purple for my last, and then do pink around for the border. Because they do the second color as their border, which pink is my second color, so. Which, I mean, I don't have to follow what they're doing. I can do whatever I want, but I'm just following the concept of theirs or the sequence, but in my own colors. Yeah, hopefully the dizziness will go away. Take some iron. Maybe that'll help. That, you know, maybe, I don't know if that's what you need to take. Like, eat a banana, eat some spinach. Good morning, Kendall. How are you? How are you? Yeah, I'm hoping that I made my piece wide enough on that shirt that I'm making. Kendall, I'm making my own tank top. I'm coming out with my own tank top. Frizzy convinced me of it, and I went, ooh, I think that would be an awesome shirt. It's going to be a very simple one. It's not going to have sleeves. It's just going to have straps. I know you were dealing with iron issues, Frizzy, so that's why I said, you know, possibly your iron might be low. Okay, so I think, yeah, if I do one more purple, it should square it up a little bit. So this is the piece that I showed yesterday, and I got convinced that this would make a cute top. So it's gonna go further around, and obviously longer. It's not gonna be this small. I am not into the crop tops, y'all. Never have been, and at my age, I'm not going to start. Tank top. I'm not confident in myself in designing things, and so I'm really like, I'm really being hard on myself and just hoping that it turns out as well as, those moments where you see things on Pinterest and you try to recreate it and it's not Pinterest it's not the Pinterest remake, and you're like, it's not the same or whatever. And I know I shouldn't be like that, but that's just how I am. Like, I'm worried about it not looking good and it looking like I tried to make something from Pinterest and it didn't quite turn out right. You know what I mean? You take iron every night. I know that it does better to take it with things and that help it get absorbed in things. Oh, did I send you the super complex B vitamin that I recently started taking? I feel like it has helped a lot with my dizzy, lightheaded, like, issues that I have because of my iron levels being low. And I feel like I have had less issues. Like, I still have every once in a while when I don't remember to take them as often. But if I stay on them regularly, I feel like I have less issues. I don't know. But we're not doctors, so we can't really diagnose ourselves here. So, and I'm not trying to. Yes, a Pinterest fail. Aw, Kendall, you're too sweet. Vitamin C. Okay, I knew there was something you take iron with for it to, really work well. So take it with a big old glass of orange juice, right? Vitamin C packed orange juice, or go buy those emergencies packets and take it with your iron. That'll get you some vitamin C. Okay, so I'm on my last purple here. I feel like it squared it off more. Oh yeah, much better. Okay, so now I'm going to change back to my pink and figure out this border. How do we do this border? All right. To create the single crochet edging, see pages 22 through 23. Okay then. 22 to edging your squares. Single crochet edging. As you finish making your squares, you'll see the edges all look quite different and are sometimes uneven, so that the squares look like a cohesive set with them all, well, mine are going to be 6 inches by 6 inches. And to make them easier to join together later, I've worked a simple single crochet edge around each square that is visible on the cards. 2 rounds of single crochet around each square. First row to allow you to neaten any wobbly edges, and the second to set the edge that is perfectly straight for that professional finish. So they did 13 single crochets along the edge, placing 1 single crochet, chain 1 single crochet into each corner, making a total of 15 across each edge. So she had 16, and then they started with 16 with their squares, so they went down to 15. So I had 19. I went down to 18. So I need to make sure I have 18 stitches all the way around each side. All right, let's do it. Hold on. So we start on the edge. I guess it doesn't really matter. All right, so I'm actually going to chain 1, and I'm going to put a single crochet into the side of that one, and then a single crochet into this. So I'm going to encapsulate, I don't know if you can see, my edging with all my carries. So I'm going to single crochet right over the top of those into the ends of the rows. I didn't. Wish I could have have one that cuts Thanks for being members, y'all. I really do love it having y'all as members. You know, I was thinking about this the other day. I was reflecting on my membership and I just have heard, like, you know, there's a lot of memberships where they offer a lot of things for their monthly membership fees. And I feel a little bit bad that I am not offering you guys much of anything as members. And so that's why I think this year I'm going to start doing something like, I don't know if it's going to be a giveaway, if it's going to be the pattern that I just don't want to keep patterns from people. So that's why I have a hard time with that. I have a hard time because I want to include everybody. I don't want to exclude anybody from giveaways or free patterns or anything like that. So it's like, I don't know what to do for my members, you know, other than just love you and appreciate you and just know from the deepest depths of my heart that I appreciate it so much. I want to do something though. I just don't know, what do you guys want from my channel? For those of you that have been here for a while, what is, like, you know, something? I know the pink and purple do look pretty together. So I'm just going along and putting a single crochet into the side, basically, of each single crochet row. There's like little holes that I can see, and that's basically what I'm going into. And there's 2 per color change, so I should have 18 with the corner in the side there. Morning coffee friend. I know, Julianne, I feel bad that I don't offer anything. I want to do something, but I don't want to be known as like the giveaway channel. That's not what I want to be, you know. Like Melissa G, I'm pretty sure you've been a member since I started that, so that's awesome. I don't know how long ago I did. Just showing up is enough. Oh, Kendall, you're so sweet. Kendall, I hope you're healing well from your surgery. True. Could do that, Tank. Could. Yep, I'm going to go right over that one knot that I had. Okay, so then in the corner, I'm going to chain 1 and go back in and do another single crochet. Make sure I have 18 on the side here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Hello, Erica. The fact that you guys want nothing is just shows how awesome you guys are. I love that. Want for nothing. That you just come here to hang out. Love that. And thank you for being supportive of me. Aw, thank you for becoming a member. It's a witch bish. I have a hard time saying your name because of, like, it's just I love it though. Just very tired most of the time. That surgery is hard on your body. Oh, I can only imagine. Well, hello, Turkey. I'm assuming that's what that is. Hello from Turkey. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, Witchy, to the members. And it's only 99 cents. And that's why, you know, I did that because I don't want people to feel, you know, like they have to spend a ton. And that's why I'm like, it's $1. Y'all, I'm seeing like maybe 40 cents of that. So, like, that's why I have a hard time with it, because I'm like, what is the point in it? But then the point in it is that you are supporting me. And so that I see that, and then I'm like, okay, just leave it alone. Just stop. I try, Grammy Rita. I try. Yeah, I'm gonna, you know, I will look the card over before I bring up the camera to do it, but I think most of these are mostly like ones that I can find elsewhere. So if that's the case, but I don't want to, if there's, the thing is if there's a pattern in here that is somebody's, like they want credit, I want to make sure they get the credit. So that's why I'm like, you know, a little like wobbly on that. Lana, it's fine. It's pretty though. Look at this. I'm liking this. This is pretty. I like these colors. I have to agree with Juan though, with some pinks I don't like the softer pinks. But like these bright, you know, like tropical pinks and things, I love those. Not all pinks though. But I won't not use them if it's something that'll look pretty with a different, you know, another color. All right, so there's my one on the side. Okay. Okay, I think I got my spots for this side. I might even be able to finish it. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I didn't think about this, Lana. You probably wanted to see the border on this. Love having you on in the background while I'm at work. Ah, love it, witchy. I'm just gonna say witchy. I like that. I'll just call you that. What time is it? What time is it there in Turkey? No worries, Erica. I found I have a book by Bella Coco that is a Learn the Stitches book. I don't have her book yet, Frizzy, but I do have her card deck. So, I mean, this is another year's worth of cards in here that I could do. It's another simple one. Not simple. I'm sure there's rough ones in here too. Like they got the Alpine stitch in here. This would be another fun one to do too. So I have her card deck. I just don't have the book. The book has more than 52 in it. The card deck, they only did like 52 of them. I would love to get the book. I think I have it in my wish list on Amazon. I don't know. I want to say I do. If not, I'm going to make sure it's in there now. Bella Coco Crochet. No, Stitch Library. There we go. Oh, there's a coupon price making it $17. It's $2 off. All right, add to list. Item was already in the wish list. Okay, it is already in my wish list. Yay. You can handle the single crochet border. Yeah, it's pretty much just, you know, make sure you do one in each end of each row, basically. And then that way you have all the same number of stitches in the sides and things. So 18, y'all. 18 is our first round of stitches. And then it increases up to, well, maybe it doesn't increase. It might increase up to 20 for mine, because I'm doing 18 stitches. You guys can follow the cards. I'm going with 6-inch squares so that my blankets will be bigger. Honestly, I need to get those off and start putting borders on them. Maybe that'll be my Friday project. Finish the granny square project. What do y'all think? Should we do that for Friday? Bring out the granny squares and finish those. Put a single crochet border on them like this. and get them done. Okay, so I got my first border nice and flat. I like it. Although I had to spread it. So yeah, my squares are going to end up being probably closer to 7 inches. But that's okay. I have like 3 books with stitches in it, like at least. But I can never have enough because they're all different. They all have different, like slightly different variations to them. So there is round 1. So then round 2, got to bring the book back out. Round 2, simply work 1 single crochet into each stitch around, again placing 1 single crochet, chain 1, 1 single to the chain 1 space at each corner. This makes a total of 17 to 70. Okay, so you're not increasing the next round. It's literally just the same amount of stitches for the second round. Gotcha. All right. So we just gotta 2, 3. I'm gonna make sure I have the right number. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know what my deal is. 11, 12. I couldn't get my hook back through the stitches. 14, I think. 15, 16, 17, 18. That can't be right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. But it's going to give me one more extra row. Hold on. Oh, wait, no, it goes from 15 to 17. Okay. Jeez, it's not the same number. I have a book. Found some heart appliques I made last year and making them into a garland to have at the Valentine's market. Oh, I saw a Yarnspirations thing that made hearts, but you like cut and join the heart to change the color. But I was thinking there's got to be a way to do that chain of hearts without cutting and starting a new one and just letting the colors flow and just making like a little garland like that. I mean, the hearts aren't hanging down, but they would be going sideways when you would hang them up. Okay, so I'm going from 18 to 20 like I thought. Okay, got confused there for a second. Sometimes I overthink things and I have to talk things out or think things through a little better. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, sorry for the counting, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then 1 in the corner. Wait, hold on. I gained an extra stitch somehow. One in the corner, and then I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then 20 should be in the corner. I'm going to have to skip over one. in order to get 20 across. Yeah, because I'm going from 18 to 20 because I'm increasing 2. Liquid started going down the throat before I could actually start swallowing it. Oh my goodness. 1. This is why I triple count things a lot of times, because I feel like 4. I don't know how I'm messing up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now I'm 1 shy. I need to add in a stitch. I don't know what I'm doing, what I did wrong. I must not have added in the right number of stitches on the side. That's okay. We're just going to add a stitch in somewhere. That's fine. We're just gonna stick it right in there. Gotta have 20 per side. Yeah, so it was Yarnspirations. I saw it on Pinterest and it showed making a heart from the retro stripes, I think. From one of the red heart stripes. From like this. And like they would make the heart, then they would cut the color, and then they would find the next color and make the next color. Like they were cutting it to get each of the colors. But I was like, just make it, you know, one strand without cutting colors, you know, less tails. I gotta count this again. All right, hold on. All right, so corner 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. But see, my 20th one is not in the corner. Maybe I don't need to add a stitch. My counting is off today, y'all. This is why I quadruple count things. Did I say triple count? I say quadruple count. Quintuplet, whatever that word is, count. Instead of quadruple, I quintuple count. Single crochet, chain 1, back into the space, chain or single crochet. Do a chain between colors and not cut right. Yep. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, I got 20 stitches on that side. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, quintuplet 8, whatever it is. I can't count till this morning. As is apparent. 10. Okay, see, I stopped counting again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then I'm going to put 20 in a chain space, I think is a chain space. Chain 1, reach over here and slip stitch and make sure I have 20 on that side. All right. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, I think I got 20. I don't know. I will make it work when I attach them as squares. I will make it work. So 20 is what I'm going for my stitch count on either side of my squares. On any of all my sides of squares will have 20 stitches. So this square is what is setting the precedence for the rest of the squares. All right, so I just have a few tails to sew in. So there is square number 1 for our new blanket this year. So what I need to do is I need to take those off, lay them out in a pattern, and figure out and take a picture of what I end up making it to be, and then I will put them in a basket somewhere, and I will start putting borders on them and joining them into a blanket. And that'll be my Friday project. We'll do just, that'll be my whip that I'll work on Fridays. So you guys can bring whatever on those days. Yeah, you guys are helping me with the words. Good morning, Trisha. So yeah, I'm gonna go through and sew these tails in later. So yeah, I do have this deck as well. I've had this pretty much all last year. So this could be another option possibly. If we want to do that alongside this one or whatever, so. Okay, I'm going to turn this that way so I can stack that on top. And that's where that will sit. See, these I had to pull out of the center of my thingies, and now it's like I might as well add these to my bin of scrap, my bin of ball bands for this year, because I need to start over anyway. So I'm gonna stick them right there for now. How many squares have I made for the new one? For this one, I just started. This is the first square. So now we need to figure out how many squares I want to do. If I want to make it the same size as that, I need to do 4 extra squares. So I need to go through and find some squares that I can do 4 extras of. Because I need 54 squares total. So this might be a contender and just make some, I don't know. I got to find a square that's, simple to just whip up 4 more that I can add to. Oh, for this one, I did 54. I made it 9 by 6. I'm going to make it 9 by 6 for this one, for the granny square. So that's why I'm like, I don't know how big I want to do this one. Because we could do 5 by 5 would only be 25. 5 by 10 would be a 50 squares, 50 squares. There are 50 in the box, yep. So that's why with that one I did 54. I picked 4, I picked the first, like one of the first 4, I think it was like squares 1 and 3, I did 2 extras of. So I have 3 total of each of those cards for a total of 54 after all of them were done. Not your favorite thing to make. Yeah. So anyway, I just need to figure out do I just make it the same size as this one and just do a few extras of a simple square, to make it a 9 by 6, or we could do 5 by 10, which would make it skinnier. Because this is already going to be like 3 by 6 feet, 3 by 5 feet or something like that. It's going to be a small throw. It's gonna be within the parameters almost of a Boggy Creek blanket, which is like no less than 35 inches by no more than 50 inches. Sweet spot's 40 by 40, but it's like 35 by 50 is your outer parameters. So I could do another 6 by 9, another 9 by 6, whichever. I just got to figure out which square I want to do multiples of, and get them done now, because then I don't have to worry about them at the end. Just start working on it like I am with that one. So, all right, guys, I have got to get off of here. It is 9 o'clock already, and I need to go make sure kids are getting their school done. I actually had to sit and help them with math yesterday. It was actually kind of fun. I was like, I need to find myself my own notebook that I can like write out the problems and work them with them. That's what I do. I write the problems out and I say, all right, what is this times this? I write it out for them, but they give me the answers. Like I don't answer it for them. I have them work it with me. I do the writing, they do the thinking. And then I do the correcting if it's not correct. You know, so anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic Tuesday and you enjoyed my quick little tutorial there on a single crochet row. I actually really kind of like these squares. Almost a little bit more so than those. I will fix it when I get upstairs. Go upstairs, please. I'm almost done. Go upstairs. Let me finish and I'll be there. I'll give you a hug in a minute. Go upstairs. Coffee. Need more coffee. All right, guys. Know you are loved and you are somebody to somebody. And I will see you hopefully at Frizzy's in a couple hours. If not, then I will for sure see you tomorrow. Have a great day, guys.